Hi guys, how are you doing? I want to just take a moment this morning to record a few points that's been on my mind and things to share, things to note as a business owner. There are a few things that I feel make up a skill set. So, a skill set for all entrepreneurs or founders. So, if you find yourself starting a business, you are an entrepreneur to a degree, uh, or you can call yourself a founder or a CEO, whatever you pick. But I'm looking at what are the skill set that I've discovered are essential in my 15-year plus of having a business officially and many more years of unofficial business dealings. One of the things I want to do is a distinguishing between management roles, management skills, and entrepreneurship. A lot of people just want to be an entrepreneur, but from my experience, entrepreneurs are people who take risks. They're people who identify opportunities and just go for it. Naturally, entrepreneurs are less aware of the risks associated with their decisions, so they tend to be more risky in behavior. Now, I think what makes an entrepreneur great is the fact that they can identify opportunities and go for it without the awareness of the risk. But in a world where a lot of things are at stake, where employees are dependent on the stability of the business and you as well are dependent on the success of that business, you really want to take a measured risk. And this is where management skills come into play. Most people don't realize that they need to learn management skills. They just feel like being an entrepreneur is all they need. But I've discovered that being an entrepreneur requires me to also be a good manager. And I've had to learn management skills. I've had to learn to manage people, manage my time, manage cash flow, manage the approach to business. There are different business models, there are different things you can do at different times, there are different initiatives to take. And as an entrepreneur, you really want to develop yourself also in order to ensure that you are a full all-rounder CEO, Chief Executive Officer. So that's where the distinction between founder, entrepreneur, and CEO come to play. A CEO is someone who actually takes a business forward in a holistic manner. You're an executive and you execute the dealings of the business. Now, other things that I feel you should be careful for is that you might be a natural manager, and that means you might be less aware of opportunities. And when you see an opportunity, your risk alarms are going off. That means you will not be an entrepreneur. On the other hand, you also need to learn some entrepreneurship. Right, the other point I want to make is that as a business owner, someone who is managing a business for it to grow, you're not just caretaking, you're actually managing it. You need to know your customers. And you also have to bear in mind that you might not understand your customer base as effectively as you think you know. So let's say you just started a cleaning business or a plumbing business. Yes, plumbing is plumbing, cleaning is cleaning, but your natural self will be drawn more to a set of people, a group of people. It could be that you define it as small businesses. It could be that you define it as homeowners. It could be that you define it as restaurants. And you really want to cater to the customer base and ensure that you're able to reach them. And I say keep defining them because in my history of running a cleaning business, I started car cleaning actually because I loved cars and I love cleaning my car. So that was my orgies. I want to clean cars for people who are at work, clean their cars while they're at work, to ensure that when they're done, they don't have to go to the car wash and have clean cars and they can kill two birds with one stone. But that business model didn't work, so I had to change my target audience, but I had to change my business model at the same time. And when I finally set up the established a business as a property cleaning service. It was landlords I started offering the services to, and very quickly I realized that actually I want to go beyond landlords because it was harder to reach landlords from my perspective. So my understanding of my customer base kept evolving until I found a sweet spot. So you need to keep monitoring your customer base, and also um, if you operate in a sector, you need to understand who are your top competitors. This is very interesting because if you have a business that does t-shirt printing, you really need to know who are the top competitions in the same sector. Yes, there might be a lot of players, but you need to know who they are. And the reason why you need to know is that you can follow them. When you follow them, you are subscribed to their newsletters. You can see what they're pushing out to customers. You can see how their marketing is being done. You can have an idea of the sort of schemes that they're setting up. So you can also incorporate some of them in your business if you really feel that they're doing the right thing. It's not copying, but it's just getting inspiration from them. So, yes, these are the point number 2 in developing your skill set as a business owner in order for you to effectively manage your business. The number 3 point is that do not employ staff too quickly. Guys, no, don't employ staff too quickly. I don't mean that in a bad way, but the thing is, if your business is bringing in 10 grand a week, or let's say a month, and you employ staff that you will pay £2,000 to, so your net income is effectively at that point, before you pay yourself, before you pay other bills, is 8 grand. Now, is that going to cover what's left? And even if you, let's say you got £1,000 profit, operation profit, at the end of the day, what about the VAT, which is a tax that you pay every 3 months, or once a year if you're a big business, or monthly? What about those? Now that takes me to the other point: cash flow forecast. I learned this things very late, guys, but you don't really need to learn it late. Cash flow forecast is something you do right from day one of your business. Cash flow forecast is just mapping your ins and your out, and projecting for 12 months how much you're expected to get and how much you're expected to spend. Now, you've got some necessary expenditures like your rent or your mortgage and your property, your vehicle if you need to be out on the road, travel expenses, all business expenses that are compulsory. You need to map them out on this cash flow forecast, and then you need to predict how much you're going to earn each month and compare whether you've got enough to live on. Now, if you extrapolate 12 months ahead and you can see that you've got some good profit, and you can see that you need to make 20 grand each month turnover in order to achieve this sort of success, you've got to then work it back. What marketing or sales strategy must I have in order to ensure that this 20 grand and more comes in? That's why point number 3, which is don't employ too much staff, is essential, because that can easily throw off your cash flow into the negative, because staffing costs are the biggest in almost all organizations, unless you're in tech. Staffing costs may not be your biggest, maybe other things are, but for most service-based businesses, staff cost is your largest expenditure. So you really want to control that. You want to maximize every human capacity in your business to ensure that every staff deliver positive results for your business. No slacking. You train them and you help them to align their work to match the strategy of your organization. Now, that's an entire different thing altogether. Perhaps I may add also, point number 5, that you need to learn to create strategy that work. You might not get it right, but as a business owner, you have to have the skills to assess your strategy, to check whether your operations are aligning with your strategy. If they're not aligning with your strategy, guess what? You're gonna waste your time. You're gonna waste all your resources on the wrong things. And at the end of the month, when you're doing your profit and loss account or management account, you just keep realizing that the losses keep building up and up and up. How do I know this? I've been there. So, guys, help yourself. Learn this skill set. You're an entrepreneur, it's a great thing, but you must learn to manage yourself, manage your business, manage your staff, manage your cash flow, manage your customer experience, manage everything. And this is why, as an entrepreneur, you don't ever want to be in a place where you've not had training in the last 3 weeks or 3 months. Every day should be a training day. And I'm not saying watching a YouTube video to learn how to do TikTok and stuff. Yeah, that's training. But anyone can do that. You can pay someone 50 quid a week to do that for you. But the real job that nobody can do, strategy setting, managing your staff, goal setting, analyzing your performance, doing performance reviews for your staff, and all these things, you've got to learn to do it yourself. And this is why you need training. You must be trained. Sustainability is also going to be a thing that most businesses are throwing their head off. Sustainability literally means reducing your waste and your environmental impact. But you need to know how that affects your business. You need to know what that means for your business. And this is why, guys, training is essential. So I hope these 5 tips help you. Please like this video and subscribe. This is Tunde's diary, and I'm just recording this. If nobody watches it, even if it's just one person, if it helps you, I'll be glad. Just comment your thoughts as well. If there's anything I've missed off, just add in a comment. This is not meant to be this is not a Bible of management. This is just my 5 points to help you identify things you should be thinking about when it comes to managing your business. So I'm going to do a quick recap. So my first point is entrepreneurship and management are not the same things. You need both to run a business successfully. To get innovation, you need entrepreneurship. To get low risk, high return on your investment, you need management. Number 2 point is that you need to know your customer base, and you need to keep reevaluating your customer base so you can keep doing what is best for them. And number 3 is that you should know your top competitions, because you want to be following them so that they know, so that you know what they're up to, and so that you can learn from them. Number 4 point is that you should not employ staff too quickly, because that can drain your cash flow. And you should seek to maximize every staff's productivity. Maximize their productivity as much as you can. Point number 5 is that you need to do your cash flow forecast so you know what's coming in and what's going out. And my bonus point, I can't remember. My bonus point, reverse the video and watch it again. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.